Righty, here we are again. Looks like everything is functioning. Right, one more day. Yeah, I just want to show you what a clown show, what you won't see on mainstream media, and so on and so forth. And it's exceptionally frustrating for the people who sit without water for months and months while the people in charge go to hotels to go and shower. But the fact of the matter is that they don't live in the places where there is no water. So let's start with the first one with the first video that I'm going to react to. Righty, let's go.
Later in 1898, the Johannesburg Water Works and Exploration Company managed to drill a borehole that found a large aquifer that produced even more water. The water was pumped by the Zuurbekom pumping station, which is recognized as a national monument. And guess what? It is still operational to this very day. By the time that the British took over the place after the Second Anglo-Boer War, they decided to unite all the private companies that were providing water into one entity. That company was named Rand Water Board. It is the same Rand Water you see struggling to give water to Johannesburg residents today. So, the summary is, hundreds of years ago, the industrialists came here, and when they came here, they found the Khoisan and the Bantu people using eggshells and clay pots to store water.
And let me tell you, if the white man didn't come, they would still be using eggshells and clay pots to actually store water in.
Invested their skills into finding more water in order to extract the mineral that they found in Johannesburg. They invested time, they invested resources for the city of Johannesburg to thrive and to benefit the residents. If they could do all of that over 130 years ago, what is stopping us from doing it today? Instead of focusing on skills and expertise to bring solutions to the water crisis that is being faced by Johannesburg today, this is what we have.
President Bogo said Botswana is a country that...
Okay, this happened, I could be wrong, but I think that this happened at the G20. I know it's a terrible, terrible video, but I just want to show you the level of stupidity that us South Africans, black and white, have to actually put up with. I think this lady that's speaking is the Minister of Water.
It is water scarce. President Ramaphosa said that we are in control of serious things like rivers, waters, dams. So clouds are gathering, clouds are gathering, clouds are gathering. With powers vested in me by myself, may I request my honor? Do you want to come and call those who are supposed to respond? Others can respond to me. Just say, here's a message, pass this message with this billion and billion and billion. That will take us far.
If she can create water, why does she need billions and billions and billions? This female is claiming to be the creator. And this kind of garbage absolutely is a mockery. Well, lady, make it rain.
Billion, just a billion, just a small billion. Then those billions will give us
Sorry. Yeah, this is the actual joke that we
Did you know
are
there is a
stuck
desert?
with in South Africa. The absolute joke. And in the black culture, I'm getting totally befuddled here. In the black culture, they go to witch doctors to go and make it rain. God help us. Okay. My neighbor, I think her granddaughter, I'm not sure where they stay, but they haven't had water for months now. So the person at the council comes over and tells the people that they haven't got money to actually fix up the water pipes. Yeah. Okay, this is the DA party. Yeah, let's hear what she has to say.
Democrats, thank you for being here this morning. When I woke up this morning, like most of you, there was rain, water coming from the sky, but no water in your taps. This water crisis in Joburg isn't a natural disaster. It is a man-made catastrophe, born from years of this council using KD deployment instead of the people that are qualified to put water in our taps. Clean, reliable water is not a luxury, it's a fundamental human right.
Yeah.
And let's paint a picture, something that you all too familiar with. Residents standing in queues with buckets to collect water. You have more water trucks in your suburbs than you have delivery trucks.
Quite right.
Businesses are struggling to stay open, and the city is slowly grinding to a halt because of their systemic failure. This evidence is damning. But behind this crisis of webs of incompetence, which would be comical if it wasn't tragic, our investigations reveal a pattern of neglect. Reservoirs that were planned years ago remain blueprints gathering dust. The Vol Dam's levels are dropping. That is not just a statistics, but the looming catastrophe that the Joburg water seems to have lost control over. But this crisis is truly infuriating and entirely preventable. Every burst pipe that is left leaking, every maintenance schedule ignored, every infrastructure project delayed is a conscious choice of politically appointed officials who prioritize everything except their core mandate, which is to provide water to the residents of Johannesburg.
We just want, and I'm sure I am speaking for a lot of South Africans here, we just want people with brain power put in charge that can do the job. We don't want people appointed because some family member owes somebody something, or because it happens to be a family member, you can now have that job. Yeah.
In the recent no-drop report from the Department of Water and Sanitation, it paints a grim picture of what Joburg looks like. Their scorecard of performances, leaks and water efficiency is critical. The current water board, and these are the people that are responsible for this failure, reads like a textbook on how to collapse a basic water infrastructure. They've turned preventative maintenance into an optional extra. Critical infrastructure investments have been postponed indefinitely, and emergency responses have become an exercise in making excuses rather than problem solving. Most alarming is a complete lack of coherent strategy within Joburg Water. This is a public health crisis waiting to happen. Hospitals are struggling with the most basic hygiene. Your children are being sent home because they cannot flush a toilet. Our elderly residents have no access to water. And we're no longer talking about inconvenience. We are talking about a...
The thing is that they don't care. They don't care. They really... Oh, God, I've done it again. I've done it again. Yeah. And like, for how long? For how long must this carry on to actually convince the voters it's time for change? And it's not going to help going from the, I'm telling you, A, NC, EFF, MK parties. You are going around in a circle doing stupid thinking, oh, we're going to get better results. Incompetence is permanent with the leaders because they are socialists, communists, and Marxist. Right, this one really gets my goat. I can still remember when I was in school, and this was a long time ago. There were churches, Afrikaans churches, wow, as well, and they used to have soup kitchens to feed little black children once a day. There were companies giving out stuff to the blacks. And all you hear about is, I'm telling you, apartheid was so bad and this and this and this. There was one toothpaste company, and still today they still do it. I'm not going to mention the name. They hand out a toothbrush and a tube of toothpaste to the black pupils. The white man is not in charge. Right. My whole frustration is seeing this country, which I loved, going to absolute dust. Right, let's carry on with this one. And this is a water company that sells water in bottles. And yeah.
I'm so happy that Aquile came to our school today and gave us water because we really needed it. And they gave us the tanks.
Listen, you guys are being lied to. You guys need water in your pipes, not in, I'm telling you, bloody bottles.
So that we could have water even if the water is dry from the tap. We were waiting for this for a long time.
There were so many crises around here, especially in KwaZulu-Natal with floods and all that. Water became a crisis here. This is why Aquile jumped in to come here to help. We brought them the big tank of water, and it will be easy for the municipality to come and fill it up, and then the children, they can drink, and then everybody is joyous. Everybody is happy as they come to school.
As the principal of the school, we are so excited even the SGB, when we told them that Aquil is coming to school to give us a tank so that we can use when we have no water, and this will assist us because in many times we are forced to close the school early because there's no water. But from now on, we won't close the school anymore because we'll have water on our tank.
When are they going to realize this doesn't solve the bloody problem? I mean, it's the job of the government, the council, to actually sort out this problem. This is going back to the dark ages. You go to the well to go and get water. Yeah. I really don't know what to say. And it's still, we are suffering. Suffering is a very old word, which means actually allow. So you basically allowing this to happen. Well done, people. Well done. It boggles my brain. So why have taps? Why don't you just have these huge water tanks around? Yeah. But we are so progressive. Yeah. Anyway, that was my rant for the day. Yeah. I'm gobsmacked. I'm really and truly gobsmacked. And I feel sorry for the children. I feel sorry for the parents that really honestly thought the people that look like them are going to make their whole future bright and rosy. And I'm also sorry about all those lives lost because you aren't on our side or all kinds of nonsense like that. Anyway, thank you. I will see you next time. Bye.